Preece, a deserved win in the end. I think a vital 3 points at this stage of the season.
Yeah, look, we've rode our luck at the end. There's no doubt about it. Look, they've hit the bar, they've hit the post, and they've hit the bar in the same attack. To be fair, they're looking at it and think, you know, they shouldn't be hitting the bar. You know, a couple of those that they should be putting them in the back of the net. So we've got away with that, but they had a little spell, you know, before half time where again I think they hit the post and had a little bit of pressure, but outside that, you know, the first 30 minutes we were on top, and second half I asked them, you know, how much do we want this? You know, and you need to go out and raise the game by at least 10%, because I just felt that that's what it needed, and if we found that, then we would create chances and likely score, and we did that. You know, we were just totally on top for, you know, for most of the second half. They'll look and think, oh, we've been unlucky, but I think over the 90 minutes we deserve to win the game. You know, and I'm going to be fair and honest and think, you know, did we get away with maybe a penalty in the first half? I don't know, with Billy's challenge. You know, I'm not going to be one of these who just skims over it. You know, possibly, but you know, we had a bad decision go against us last week that cost us 2 points. So I'm not going to moan about it, but I'll talk about it because, you know, it's only fair to be honest about it. But I think on the balance of play, we deserve to win the game, and we're in the highest position that we've been all season with 7 games to go. Just amazing. It's just fantastic for these players, because they deserve it, and the effort they put in, week out. They never stop believing, and you know, can't be more proud of the performance and getting that win, and you know, a good crowd again. You know, they were all buzzing at the end of the game, so that's fantastic.
And sometimes you don't need the prettiest of goals, do you, to win a game, and Scott Wilson's wasn't the prettiest goal, but in the end it might end up being one of the most important.
Yeah, probably one of those days. Look, you know, Connor Hall's at the bar as well, you know, so don't forget that could have been 2-0. And we've had, you know, some other opportunities, but look, it doesn't matter the game at this stage of the season. It is about results and not about performances. But I don't think the performance was as good as we can be, but it was good enough, and you know, the lads looked strong going into the back end of the second half. I thought, you know, that they never stopped running, and I think the week that we've had off's been great for him to recharge the batteries. Great to see Willow back on the bench. Tomo back on the bench, and then Charlie. Hopefully, if he has a good week's training, you know, he could be in contention. So, you know, that's all positive. The only negative one is Cam's score has, you know, gone over on his ankle in training, and he looks like he might be out for 4 weeks. So, you know, whether he'll be back for the end of the season. But other than that, just looks, touch wood, you know, we might have pretty much everybody available.
Yeah, another week off now. Obviously, there's not many full weeks left, is there, apart from Easter. Curzon Ashton away. Next Saturday, another big game and another big 3 points to play for.
Yeah, look, every game's massive. You know, the league's been so tight. We've been sat in that 7th place for a long time. It feels like, you know, we've probably been in there all season, but it took us ages to get in there. You know, Banbury were in there, Gloucester were in there, Alfreton were in there. You know, Leamington early on were in there, you know, and it took us a long time to get in there. We were always 3 points off it, whatever we did, you know. And then we've got in there, and then we've been sort of stuck in that 7th place, the target. But we've always been looking ahead of us, you know, above us, and saying, can we bring the teams closer to us? And I think we were double figures behind everybody above us at one point, you know. And now we've gone above Scarborough. We're only a point behind Darlington, I think, and then we're only 3 or 4 behind Brackley, you know. So Brackley looked like they were going for the league, and even Chester 7 points, you know, and you've got to play Chester. So, you know, you just got to keep looking up. So don't worry about what's going on behind you. You know, there's nothing you can do about the games in hand. You know, points on the board are important, and obviously with Alfreton losing, you know, now that's a little bit more pressure on them. They have to win these games in hand.
And hopefully we'll have a good following down at Curzon next week, obviously, because it's not too far, is it? Just 30 miles down the road.
No, 100%. We'll have a real good crowd there, and you know, it's normally a really nice pitch there. you know, they're a decent side at home, and we found it difficult there in recent years. You know, we've been good here and we seem to have good results here, but then when we've gone there, we found it difficult. And you know, they're a decent side. You know, I watched them. You know, I've managed to watch them a few times because they've been playing teams that we've been playing, and they've got some really good players, some good individual players. You know, obviously they spent money on Spencer, which is a fantastic signing. You know, he's probably one of the best, if not the best striker in the league. So, you know, they're not messing about Curzon, and it'll be a tough game.